Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem using product rule for derivatives. So we have to find the value of dy over dx for the given value of x. So let's start with the first function. The first function is y equals parentheses 3 minus 2x minus x squared times x squared plus x minus 2, and we have to find the value of dy over dx at x equals negative 2. Now we have to use product rule for this function because this function is a multiplication of or product of two different functions. So as per the product rule, so our first step will be, so we'll use the Leibniz notation. So dy over dx equals the first function, which is 3 minus 2x minus x squared times the derivative of the second function, which will be 2x plus 1 plus now the derivative of the first function, which will be 0 minus 2 minus 2x. Now we know that the derivative of a constant is equal to 0. So that's why the derivative of 3 is 0. And that's why the derivative of negative 2 was 0. Times the second function, x squared plus x minus 2. So this is the step we get from the product rule. Now we have to find the dy over dx at x equals negative 2. So we do not have to simplify this expression first and then sub in x equals negative 2. We can just sub in x equals negative 2 in this expression. So we get 3 minus 2 times negative 2, then minus negative 2 squared times 2 times negative 2 plus 1. And now the second part, plus then 0 minus 2 minus 2 times negative 2. And then in the last parentheses, so negative 2 square plus negative 2 and then minus 2. Now we can simplify this expression. So dy over dx equals, so in the first parentheses, so we get 3, and then negative 2 times negative 2 will become positive 4. Now the square of negative 2 is positive 4, so we get minus 4. And then times, so 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 1. Now in the second part, we can get rid of the 0, so we just get negative 2. Then minus 2 times negative 2 will be positive 4. Now in the last parentheses, we'll do negative 2 squared, which is equal to positive 4, then minus 2 minus 2. Now we can simplify this expression further. So dy over dx. So we can combine like terms in the parentheses. So 3 plus 4 is 7 and minus 4 is 3. So basically the plus 4 and the minus 4 cancel each other out. Times the negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. And then plus, so negative 2 plus 4 is equal to 2 times 4 minus 2 is equal to 0. So we get dy over dx equals negative 9. Because 2 times 0 is 0 and adding 0 won't change negative 9. So this should be the final answer for the first function. Now we can analyze the second function and find the dy over dx value. So the second function is y equals x cubed times 3x plus 7 squared. And we have to find the value of dy over dx at x equals negative 2. So I can use a different color for this one. So first, we'll write the expression for dy over dx using the product rule. So dy over dx equals the first function, which is x cubed, times the derivative of the second function. So here we'll have to use the power rule. So 2 times 3x plus 7, then exponent 2 minus 1 times the derivative of the inner function, and that will just be 3 plus 0, then plus now the derivative of the first function. So we'll use the power rule and we get 3x squared times the second function, which is 3x plus 7 squared. Now we can sub in x as negative 2. We do not have to simplify this expression. So we get dy over dx equals, so negative 2 exponent 3 times 2, then times 3 times negative 2 plus 7, and then exponent 1. We don't have to write the exponent as 1, and then times 3, because 3 plus 0 is equal to 3, plus 3, and then negative 2 squared times 3 times negative 2 plus 7, and then exponent 2. Now we can simplify this expression. So dy over dx equals, so negative 2 to the power 3 is negative 8, and negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. And in the parentheses, we can do 3 times negative 2, which is negative 6, plus 7, then times 3, plus, now 3, now negative 2 square is positive 4. And now in the parentheses, so 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, plus 7, and then close the parentheses, square. Now we can continue simplifying the expression. So dy over dx equals, so negative 16, and in the parentheses, negative 6 plus 7 is 1 times 3, plus, now 3 times 4 is 12, and then plus negative 6 plus 7 is 1. So we can simplify it further. So dy over dx equals, so negative 16 times 1 times 3 is equal to negative 48. And then 12 times 1 square will just be 12. So now in the next step, we can combine these numbers. So dy over dx is equal to negative 36. So this should be the final answer for dy over dx for this function at x equals negative 2. So the first step here for solving this type of problem is to find the expression for the derivative of the function, and then you have the option of subbing in x as negative 2 in the expression you get without simplifying everything first. So that will save you some time and steps to find the value of dy over dx. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve this type of problem. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.